Green flag. And something's already falling off of the 7 machine. 3 wide for the lead here. Charteau holds on to it. Lawless Allen fights hard in the 25 machine on the outside. The 7 machine's right front fender is falling off. And we'll see if that's something that warrants a black flag. 3 wide into turn number 3. Huddleston trying to make it work. You'd think this was the last lap, ladies and gentlemen. Door handle to door handle into turn number 3. Huddleston looking for the slide job. He's going to do it, but he's going to get hit again. We saw that move get pulled before just a few weeks ago, and it did not work. And Allen drifts up in front of Charteau. This is the benefit of having a racetrack like this. The progressive banking allows cars on the inside to have just as much of an advantage as the cars on the outside. Evens out the line so you don't have a bottom feeder track or a track that only prefers the high line. Other tracks around the country have tried to mimic this. But in my opinion, this track got it better than anyone else. Now, I don't want us to get too excited about this, but with 14 laps to go, the fastest car on the racetrack right now is the driver in second. And he is closing in on Trevor Huddleston. That number 7 machine of Ryan Charteau gained about 1/10 of a second last time by. This time by about evened out with your leader. We're going to go 3 wide into turn number 1. Zach St. Ange to the inside. Jagger Jones clears Lawless Allen. Allen all over and under his rear bumper. And Jagger Jones is taking over third, but now Zach St. Ange wants some. At a turn number 4, Trevor Huddleston holds off Charteau for the victory. And the battle for third's going to go to Jagger Jones holding off Zach St. Ange.
It's Ryan Charteau. He was coming on at the end, though. I was giving it all I had, and my spotter was telling me he was in striking distance. So it's going to be an intense second race because everyone's close. So just got to thank all the fans for coming out. I know it's hot, but what a beautiful night at the racetrack. No better sunset than at Irwindale Speedway.
And we are racing for the Superstocks. 25-lap main event for the Superstocks in this one. Oh, man, we just had an issue over in turns 1 and 2. That's not going to work. Tires squealing like they should be in the Superstocks. DeLong trying to hold off Cheek out of turn number 2. Cheek's got some pressure from the 4. And they're going to try and go 3 wide. You can't do that on the 3rd mile. Told you. And if I'm both of those drivers, I'm keeping an eye on the next driver. Oh, Boosie's going to get it again. The 4 machine gets hit from behind from the 97. And we're about to see payback into turn number 1. And now we're going to see what the 97 has to say. He's going the wrong way on the racetrack. Now trying the figure 8 course out. Now, you notice that there's a couple DeLongs. The 64 now is helping the 4 machine, just making sure that he put his gas cap on. And certainly they're just having a conversation. There's a lot of sparks coming out of that 97 machine. And it's come, oh, he's holding on to it. Something's wrong with that 97 car. And I don't think he's going to give up here. But if you look, you can actually see it under the left front of the 97. It's either that or we're watching the Batmobile with the new paint job. 10 laps to go. And off the pace and off the track, Darren Cheek has a problem. I'm keeping an eye on this 4 machine, who actually is a lap down. I forgot about that. The 4 car actually spun out earlier, if we recall, and lost a lap while he sat in the infield. So the 4 is actually not even in 3rd right now, and despite that, might actually have the fastest car. How about that scenario? So the 4 is just trying to get on the lead lap, and look at him wheel it through turns 3 and 4. The 33 at support goes wide in a heavier and older car than most of the ones he's running against. Busey looks to the inside. Oh, boy. That's a lap traffic sandwich that DeLong's in right now. And recall that it was DeLong's father that the 4 had issues with earlier in the race. That 45 machine has looked good all day and going to bring it here to the finish line at a turn number 4. Jason Young wins the Super Stock race on the 3rd mile.
To be honest with you, I think the motor was starting to let go. I'd go down the straightaway and it started laying over on me.
Oh, no way, and you made it to the finish.
Yeah, and we actually just got this motor back together about 2 weeks ago. We missed the last race because the motor, actually we threw a timing chain, so bent valves, all kinds of gnarly stuff, but we just got it back and just got to go back to the motor guy.
Cody Kimley, green flag. 20 laps, that is 2-0, 20 laps of main event action for these young drivers, and they do not sit aside for one another. They are going to push it to the limit on this one. Kimley looks to the inside into turn number 3. Smotherman gives the room. Again, your inside line is going to be the preferred line amongst these drivers and cars. Kimley has, nope, I thought I was going to have the advantage, but that car struggled out of turn number 2, and they stay side by side. Folks, these kids aren't even old enough to have a driver's license. But sure, we could throw them in a race car, why not? Oh, so Kimley has the lead. Now Keller's trying to take over the 2nd spot from Smotherman. They're going to get into each other a little bit. It's the 3rd mile. You're allowed to trade some paint. Kind of assessing the 2 cars, it looks like the 12 has a better entry into the corner, but where Kimley in that 48 is beating the 12 is on exit. Keller throws it in hard, but Kimley has a good exit off, and that sets up the 48 for a good straightaway. Kimley with a good exit, it looks here, but Keller has him within touching distance. Can Keller get to the rear bumper? He throws it in. But Kimley's going to hold him off and take the win in the junior late models.
You tired?
Yeah.
Oh, how about that, guys? Come on over here. Look at this. We call this guy Big Rob around here at Irwindale, and this is his boy right here, Cody. Big Rob raced here for a lot of times. He's a racer all over here. He is more proud watching his kid race than racing himself, and I know that as a dad.
To me, I want this. I'm ready. All right, here it comes. Oh, that was way above my window.
Whoa, that one went over the spotter stand.
And green flag is in the air. Yetton in that 24 machine grabbed the lead early from Thompson, but here comes the Cowboy. Cowboy Kenny Smith taking the lead out of turn number 4 and on lap number 1, score the 43 to the top. And it looks like an issue for the 21 machine of Rich DeLong the 3rd, off the pace. Up front, though, I'm seeing what I like, and that's 2 drivers racing for the win. Kenny Smith in the 43 machine, the 24 is Craig Yetton. These 2 drivers have been at Irwindale Speedway just about the time that they broke ground at this racetrack. Yetton raced in late models out here for years, as did Kenny Smith, doing super late models, trucks, all sorts of stuff. Both these drivers have kind of fluctuated around different divisions. And here they both end up, kind of the veteran series, if you will. Battle over in turns 1 and 2. Aravello looking to the inside of Dean Thompson. Aravello looks like he's going to make the clearance here out of turn number 2. Thompson is going to slip back to 5th. I don't think anyone has anything for that 43 machine of Kenny Smith. That car is looking good. Continuously putting down the fastest laps. That time Yetton actually had the better lap. But we'll see if it's consistent here. As Smith crosses the line that time by, Kenny Smith the faster of the 2. And it's looking good for Kenny Smith. This time by, he will see the white flag in the air presented by birthday boy Pat Pattison. Yeah, you can call him an old timer, but he'll always race like the wily veteran that he is. Out of turn number 4, Cowboy Kenny Smith takes the win.
Come on, look at him coming out. Irwindale, make some noise! Look at that. There's Cowboy Kenny Smith, man. I'm so proud of you, my good friend. Kenny, dude, you whooped him up tonight, dude. Those kids ain't got nothing for you, man.
This one here's from my wife, Mary Lou. She's got out of the hospital again. She's here tonight. Thank you, Mary Lou.
Tell me, Kenny, how long have you and Mary Lou been married?
52 years.
Irwindale, 52 years. That couple has been here racing together. They raced at the 605 Speedway across the way. They raced all over this country together. Kenny, we're proud to have you as a racer at Irwindale Speedway. You did an amazing job. Who else you want to thank?
Thank you very much, and thank you everybody out there. Man, what a good time.
52 years of marriage, but how old is Kenny Smith?
Okay, Kenny, the big question, they're not done with you yet. What's your next birthday, Kenny?
September 25th, be only 72.
72 years old! All right, Irwindale.
Green flag is probably not going to come out because they didn't like that start. And yellow, as predicted. And this is going to be very tight coming into the final few races of this year. We're just about at the halfway mark in their season. And this is going to go down to the finish. Whoever can beat who tonight will leave here the leader in the points. And we try it again. Green flag is out. All right, who can get the advantage here? 3 wide down the back straightaway. Partridge throws it to the inside line. But how about the 17? Mike Johnson's going to lead lap number 1. Partridge, McNeil, where did they come from? They're already battling 3 wide for the lead, and Partridge is looking to take it over. Lucas McNeil, the 78, though, he's not done. He gets himself right to the rear quarter panel, and he's now door-to-door for the lead. This is truck racing at Irwindale Speedway. This is what you'd hope for. 2 trucks separated, nearly tied in the points, are side-by-side on track racing, and I don't know who has the edge between the two of them. Door-to-door down the back straightaway. They are right on each other out of turn number 2. Good racing throughout the pack. Battle for third as well with Johnson and Jacob McNeil. Jacob McNeil's literally on the apron, just about mowing the grass, and will pull a slide job up on Johnson, but Johnson goes to the inside as they continue to drive side by side for the lead. Oh, and they're going to have contact out of turn number 3. Mike Johnson goes for a spin after bouncing off of Jacob McNeil. Man, they are not going to quit, but it's been clean racing here. Halfway. We are halfway through this race, and these two started like this in row number 3. I don't think anyone's actually told them, guys, it's okay, you can separate yourselves yet. Because they haven't. All race long, they have been together. They worked through the field side by side. And there has yet to be even a truck length between the two of these drivers. Jacob McNeil and Kenny McKayleen, that's a battle for third. And then further back, side by side, but it involves the 17, who is 1 lap down, racing with Nico Montanel in the 44. Side by side, can McNeil close it? Nope, not yet. 9 laps to go. Ladies and gentlemen, they're still going at it for the lead. What you're looking at right here, I kid you not, that's the biggest lead of the day for this division. And McNeil's going to close it in. They're like an accordion right now. I can almost hear them playing. McNeil again looks to the low side. He was pushing the 6 truck down the front straightaway. McNeil right on the left rear quarter panel of the number 6 machine. He's going to have a good run out of turn number 2, and he pulls alongside of the number 6. This time by, the white flag will be in the air. 1 lap to go. Can McNeil mount 1 last charge? He's not close enough to get there now. He gets a good run through the exit of the corner. He's going to have an opportunity to dive to the inside. Will he take it? Partridge, McNeil out of turn number 4. And Ryan Partridge will take the victory. Or side by side out of turn number 4. I don't know who it's going to be. It's going to be a photo finish. And Jacob McNeil gets to the line first.
From my view, it looked like his car was better where mine wasn't, and I had a little edge on him where his wasn't. So it was kind of neat that we were able to play like that. But you look, not a scratch on the trucks. And, I mean, I probably could have reached out the window and pushed his nose over. So it was pretty rad.
But probably would have spun him out if I would have just sailed it in there like I wanted to. But,
I pride myself on not tearing up other people's equipment or my own, and I'd rather finish second with a clean truck than wreck a guy to win.
Green flag is in the air. "35 laps. That is how many they'll be going in this main event. And Darren Amadon's wasting no time slipping through the field. The 11 machine, Cameron Brault, going around. This may bring out a yellow. We'll see what happens. Hicks is taking the lead. Oh, a little sideways. Vanderlip going to have Brucker sneak to the inside. Down the back straightaway, the battle for 7th. And Shug's going to sneak to the inside, but the battle for the lead. It's Jones in the 98 out of Arizona. And new leader, the 33. Oh, trouble in turn number 2. Great avoidance by everybody on that one. Unless he can shut the door on Shug. Shug's thinking about looking low. And Bowen holds off Shug for now. We'll see how long this lasts. Up front, Amadon to the inside. And is going to take over the lead from Jace. Oh, huge trouble over the turn. We have a car upside down. The number 2 machine of Brucker. Fire crews are on their way over to assist these drivers. A scary accident over in turn number 1. You see the fire, you see the drivers getting out of the cars. Drivers assisting to Steven Brucker, who's the 2 machine, upside down right now. Extinguishers on. The report from the fire crews, all drivers are okay. This time by, it'll be 10 laps to go to finish off the Legend Car main event. Haven't really seen any changes for position amongst the top 5, even top 6. Shug closing in on Ricky Schlick. 2 laps to go. Can the 29 machine get around the 24 for the 3rd position? Shug is going to try. He's going to peek to the inside. He's going to get there into turn number 3 as the white flag flies for Darren Amadon. Get the run that he can in the battle for 3rd, but out of turn number 4, Darren Amadon wins the Legends race. And Shug will make it to the line and take 3rd.
Little kid there on your back bumper split up the dynamic duel, though. Jace Jones finished 2nd there, man. That was pretty crazy.
Yeah, to borrow from Tommy and Jeffrey, the gruesome twosome, I'll take it because, man, Chad will wear my rear bumper out sometimes. But it's really cool to see Jace Jones and these kids, Steven Brucker. It's really unfortunate what happened with their turn 1. I'm not sure, but these kids coming up, I mean, these are the future. You can watch them go to late models and the tour and the modifieds and whatever else is going to race around here at Irwindale Speedway.
If you look on the back straightaway right now, Jagger Jones' car, they have the flashlight out. They are looking, trying to get that car started. This is a really big deal in regards to the points conversation because they're saying the car just will not fire. And look at that, folks. They are pushing the 55 machine, doing everything they can to get it onto the racetrack right now. They should have just had the crew guys just push the thing around for the next 40 laps. I don't think the 55's running, but technically the car's taken to the track. And I think by this technicality, even if the car has to come off, it's still allowed to get back on the track. So this is where you look at the rule book and make sure that you can figure out all the little intricacies. There's always drama. You never know what you're going to see on a Saturday night. And right now, I don't think I've ever seen this before where they literally shoved a car onto a racetrack just so they can get it back on track later. Points racing, folks. And we're racing the final main event of the night. And it's tight. This is the fun part about inverts. We're 3 wide, almost 4 wide. Hold on. And Lucas McNeil's going to lead lap number 1. Oh, man, they are doing such a good job. Look at Perkins to the inside for the lead. Three wide, it's Trevor Huddleston to the inside, trying to put up a fight for the lead. Perkins in the middle, McNeil on the outside. Hold on to it. McNeil's not giving this one up. A tight group of cars. Charteau's, the 7 machine's like, where do I go right now? He's been, wow, a lot of sparks coming out of the 77 machine. Something looks wrong on that car. Nick Joanitis is holding on to it, though. It almost looks like a suspension part may have broken on the 77 of Joanitis. If there's any hope for Charteau to chase down Huddleston, we saw how long it took him to almost get there in the first race. No time to waste. Another issue here. Now it's the 56 machine pulling to the infield. Ryan not only races late models, he's done quite a bit of modified racing. Not afraid to rough it up out there. Both drivers trying to take away the line of the other. The 51 trying to take away the exit of Charteau. But Charteau's going to lean right up against him. Perkins doing what he needs to do. Surprisingly, both of these drivers are actually closing in on Trevor Huddleston. They closed the gap by half. So Huddleston's losing ground to Perkins and Charteau. As a side-by-side battle continues on for the 4th position, Lawless Allen and Zach St. Ange going to squeeze by Peacher. All over the rear bumper of Perkins. Charteau looks to the inside once again. Needs to clear this pass if he's going to have any chance of closing in on Trevor Huddleston in this race. Charteau drifts up, but just has nowhere to go. However, both those drivers are once again closing in on Trevor Huddleston. Woo, desperation's kicking in here. Whatever the case, Charteau is pushing Perkins into turn number 1, and Charteau dives low. There will be lap traffic for these drivers to deal with in just a few laps. 9 laps to go in this main event, and the battle for second continues. And contact on the front straightaway. More contact into turn number 1. They bounced off of each other on the exit of turn number 4 and kept it going straight. But patience is gone. It is go time in this one. Where are they going to go? Charteau goes low. Perkins goes high. Peacher slips low. 6 laps to go. All over the rear bumper out of turn number 4. Here he goes again. This is going to get aggressive. With 2 laps to go, Zach St. Ange is right in the middle of this mix in the battle for the second spot. St. Ange trying to figure out where to go. They both go wide. 3 wide for the battle for second. And they're getting into each other down the front straightaway. White flag, 1 lap to go. This is going to be either really cool or really messy. At a turn number 2, there's still, contact! It's going to be a big wreck into the turn number 3. And Perkins into the wall. Trevor Huddleston takes the win. And somehow Ryan Charteau holds on for second. And I don't know how Perkins' car is making it across the line right now. They're laying it all on the line to get any spot they can. They don't care that they're battling for second, folks. These drivers, can we please get a round of applause for that beat-up car pulling into the pits? Perkins did everything that he could to hold off the 7. Unfortunately, got turned down the back straightaway. We just ran out of racing room. 3 cars going for it there.